Hello, welcome to today's video. This is the Chromatic Chord Exercise number 3, and we are dealing with 7th chords. The Chromatic Chord Exercise number 3 has, it has 3 parts. Part A today, because I pattern my lessons off of the keyboard musicianship books, we're going to go ahead and start with Part A today, dominant 7th chords, or major, minor 7th chords. For more information or for theory behind the 7th chords and the major, minor 7th chord, please refer to my 7th chord supplementary video. Okay, so today we're going to go ahead and talk about the 7th chords, dominant 7, major, minor. And so what you do is, the first thing you want to do is take your triad that you already know. So here is our C major triad, consisting of C, E, and G. So we know these are all thirds. This is a third, and then from this note to this note is a fifth. So from the note, or from the fifth, you go up another third. Now the question is, what quality of third, or how many half steps? Well, the formula dictates that we go up 3 half steps from the fifth. Let's go ahead and count 3 half steps from here. 1, 2, 3. B flat is the 7th, or the new third, or the 7th interval from our tonic note, C. So let's talk about all the notes. Once again, C to E to G to B flat. We call it a dominant chord, or dominant 7th, because this chord in scale degrees is the 5th scale degree of any key or any scale. So in the key of F major, we count up 5 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is C, and when playing 7th chords in scale degrees, it's going to be a major, minor 7th chord. Okay, so now that we know a little bit, or just as a review of dominant 7th or major, minor 7th chords, let's go ahead and play our chromatic chord exercise number 3, part A. Okay, so for this one here, just like when we do the regular chromatic chord exercises, all we have to do is count up from that fifth, 1, 2, 3, and we have our 7th scaled, our 7th, minor 7th is what it's called, and then we just move up to C sharp becomes B, D major becomes C, D sharp or E flat becomes C sharp or D flat, E major becomes D, F major becomes E flat, F sharp or G flat becomes E or F flat. This is the easiest one here. G major becomes F, G sharp or A flat becomes F sharp or G flat. A becomes G. Let's think about another chord. Okay, so A sharp or B flat becomes this G sharp or A flat. And we have here the B becomes A, and of course back to C. Back to C. So once you become comfortable discovering what the 7th or the minor 7th interval, and just for your information, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 half steps from tonic to the minor 7th interval. So once we discover all the 7th scale degrees, or 7th intervals from each tonic or each note, you can also play it like this too if you wanted to. Please please go ahead and work on the playing for both hands. Ready? Let's go ahead and count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift, 2, 3, 4. 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 2, 3, 4. Lift, 2, 3, and then do once again on this one right here. And then, of course, as you say, or as you play these chords, please say the chord name. So it's going to be C7 or C dominant 7, D7 or D dominant 7. You can say either one, and either one will be just fine. You can also go for the very classical name, which is C major minor 7. Okay, and that's mostly used for classical analysis. Let's go ahead now and work on the broken chords, or the broken format of these chords. So not only should you be comfortable playing the blocks, but you should also play them broken. Just as familiar with the 7th chords as blocked, as broken, and not just as the whole chord itself. Be familiar with the 7th interval as well. So the most important notes of, as you already have been introduced to in the book, of the chord of the 7th chord is going to be the 3rd and the 7th. The 5th scale degree is not as important. It's nice to give it more texture, to make it a fuller sound, but these 3 are the most important ones. And for that reason, sometimes these chords are played abbreviated in the way they are. Okay, so please practice this at the tempo of 60 beats per minute. Start off with whole notes, work your way to dotted half note, the half note, and then eventually the quarter note. You're going to do it like this. Quarter, rest, quarter, rest, quarter, rest, etc. Okay, so practice this well. Once we are comfortable with this one, we'll work on parts B, which is going to be the major 7th chord, or the major 7th chord, as it's called in popular music. And then we're going to go over the diminished 7th chord. We may even actually add the minor 7th chord as well. That's a nice chord. So I take that back. This is going to be part C, the minor 7th, and then the diminished is going to be part D. Okay, so 4 parts. Practice this well, and we will see you next lesson.